Alrighty, so for week 10, I did implement. I realized when looking at this, I did forget, and I need to figure this out. And I'll do it soon, is to figure out the moments.js. I spent a little more time on some of the other functionality. My validation still works, but here's what I would say about that is that you really need to, like, I'm doing just a one if here as far as checking the values here. So I need to make this what I would call more granular. Granular meaning like maybe I enter this and this, but then I forget these, right? And actually it'd just be this one right here. So if I didn't do that one, right, it still gives me a validation message for all of them. So making those validation messages more granular, meaning for each input that you want to capture for, is important, especially as you get into the dev one. But for this week, it's totally fine, right? So we don't have anything in here, nothing really different here. Oh, and actually, I need to fix what I had pointed out on somebody else's, that when I do get in good input, I need to be clearing this. And actually, I think what I'll do here is I'll put an event listener that when somebody goes to enter that item again or start to do a new entry, assuming that's the first one, then I'll clear this here. Be fairly easy, just an event listener for this input here. It may not be the best, but it's a way to do it. So now I have one entry. And now I have, oh, actually what's happening here is it's not updated yet. Hold on, let me grab the current one. Looks like this one just didn't update yet. I've written some new code. Yeah, I know you all run into this where Git hack doesn't update as quickly as we would all like. So I'm running it locally. But by the time, if you do look at my link, you'll see this as well. So now what I've done here is I have, of course, my normal output message. I've set the CSS so that it indicates just one block of an output. And then I have a delete and a rate. And the rate is what we had last week, where I was playing with giving the ability to rate how well that decision outcome was matched to what really happened. And this is where I was talking about, I could give them an opportunity to change this, but in my application decision logic, didn't make sense to do that. I more wanted to, oh, I see that I need to fix that. But I more wanted to give them the ability to rate that information. And when they do rate it, if they're like, it was fair, and they hit submit, right? Then we come back here and we no longer show that. Although you can see, and this is the other thing I'm going to do, is in here, the task, the morning task, which is what my global array of objects is still there, but it just in the logic doesn't render. So I think what I will also do here is make a checkbox somewhere to allow them to see all entered decisions. Okay, so the only other thing I did here was I did finally complete the delete so that it just goes away, and it looks like I had a breakpoint, so I'll just let that run. And then I noticed on the breakpoint sometimes it takes it a moment in order for it. Let's just try it again. There we go. And so it goes away. And I talked about this last week where I did the remove suggestion and called the function, and it implicitly passes an E even though I'm not calling it that way. And this is because it's a callback function. And it naturally, and this is something I learned in the process of doing it. Okay, so again, I'm missing a few things here, but this gives you an idea of at least what my code is doing. All right, thanks. See you later.